This is Magic More, the party spark of the J team, 8-time extraordinaire, the caterator.
This is your boy Chuck C from them throwback boys. Stacks on deck. Zone 3 representative.
And this is
Atlanta Rap History.
You can't know where Atlanta's going if you don't first know your history. Listen, I'm from here. Streets, Atlanta history. When Goody Mob first dropped, folks was wearing socks with they flip-flops. All that is part of this southern hip-hop. The dirty South, Cool Breeze came up with that. Before it was even cool, now everybody wearing A-hats. What if I told you Kilo was the biggest thing happening? What if I said CeeLo supposed to been an outcast? And Biggie in Short House that meant pocket illusion. Sir Charles, the first pimp I ever heard say choose. When Cass said hootie hoo, A-Town was being mowed. Fast forward 4 years, that's when Master P stole it. That's when Master P stole it. That's when Master P stole it.
Let's go.
We back again. Atlanta Rap History. We back again with another episode, man. We got a special guest tonight, man. Y'all is not gonna believe it. We got a special guest tonight, Atlanta Rap History, Atlanta Rap legend in the house tonight. Not only is he Atlanta Rap History, my partner Magic Mark in the house.
What it do, Magic More, the party spark up in this thing, man. Welcome Raheem The Dream, man. I'm talking about 8-time legend for real, man. Y'all just don't even know, man. You know what I'm saying? Big fan, first of all. But I most definitely like to thank them, man, for, you know what I'm saying, joining us today, being on the show, man.
Oh, man, for sure. You done spoiled it. I hadn't introduced him yet, but you done spoiled it. So in case you don't know, in case you don't know, we got Atlanta rap legend Raheem The Dream in the building tonight. Not only is he Atlanta rap legend, but he's Atlanta CEO legend. Put out more hits than most of the top CEOs that you know out there right now. Run a successful record label for about 25 years. Not only is he a legendary rapper, not only is he a legendary CEO that put on a lot of your favorite rappers, he put them on. We're going to talk about it. But he's an author of a couple of books.
As well.
Done wrote a couple of books about the game.
Philanthropist. Philanthropist. Yes, sir.
A person that knows how to find the talent before the talent even know that they got talent. In case you didn't know, in case you is slow and just don't know, we talking about the incredible Raheem The Dream.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Gotta say what's up to Magic Mark, man. My dog, man. Hey, been putting it down.
Yes, sir.
On the world, and my homie Chuck C, world famous throwback boy, who was on the road together for a while, man.
Man, for a while, man. We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. But this is Atlanta Rap History. And we started this show because we wanted the people to know the history. And if you look it up, if you look it up and you look up old school Atlanta rap, Outkast go come up. But we know that Atlanta rap go way before Outkast.
Way before Outkast.
Way before Outkast.
Yeah.
So it was important that we made this show to be able to let the people know the real history and the reason why the Atlanta rap scene is so tall. Right? I said this with Shadi. You look at a building, right? A building be real tall. And the reason, and the only reason a building could be real tall is because it got a strong foundation.
Yes, sir.
It got to have a strong foundation in order for it to be tall. And the only reason that the Atlanta rap game is tall right now is because the foundation that Raheem The Dream put down in Atlanta.
That's right. That's right.
Look,
that's right.
Standing on our shoulders. They standing on our shoulders in the game.
Yes, sir.
We that foundation.
Most definitely yours. Most definitely yours.
And the next rapper, and the next rapper, and the next rapper. So you know, we had to put the pavement down. It was just dirt road.
Yeah.
We laid the concrete down and put the road so these artists know where to go.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, we
That's
had,
right.
had to put that pavement down, man, and then start building them blocks, man, them houses and them cars, so everybody know which direction to go, where to take my record, where to go, you know, because radio at that time, if we want to jump into it, radio was totally different than it is today.
Right.
We only had like
R&B.
a lot of people don't know we had AM stations.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even V103. It was WAOK and WIGO.
Watch out now. Watch out now.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Remember, because you remember it was a time. You remember it was a time when V103 bragged about not playing no rap. They had the no rap work day.
Yes, exactly. And as a matter of fact, they isolated rap. At least Atlanta artists, they put us on Friday night called a Friday Night Fresh Party.
Party night
Fresh Party.
10 p.m. to 12 midnight. 2 hours of rap.
Now, wasn't that with Darren Fears? Wasn't that Darren Fears?
Was the host. Yep, Darren
Yes,
Fears
sir.
and then Ryan Cameron. So in the daytime, you would hear the Fat Boys, you would hear Run DMC, LL Cool J, you would hear Houdini, you know, you would hear Dougie Fresh. That's it. You wouldn't hear no Raheem and Shadi and Mojo and Sam and Sam and Kilo except for Friday night. And you gotta wait till 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. to hear us.
Oh man,
that's right.
So we want to go back to the beginning. This Atlanta rap history. We want to go back to the beginning.
Okay.
My homeboy checking in. We want to go back to the beginning. Tell me about this guy right here.
Mojo. Tell the people who is Mojo.
Well, just in case you didn't know, they call me Mojo. I was the first rapper in Atlanta to get a song played on the radio. What was that song? Let Mojo handle it. Yeah!
Yeah.
What do that guy mean to Raheem the Dream?
That is a friend of mine, legendary Mojo. And I'm gonna tell you a story about Mojo. My sister told me about Mojo. They went to summer school together. So he was at Washington High School. So during his 11th grade transition to 12th, he was in summer school with my sister and them. So she said, it's a guy named Mojo. He rap every day in the hallway, and the whole school come around and listen to him rap. And so I was hearing the story about him. So my daddy had a club that was a mile away from Mojo's school. He had a club on the corner of Martin Luther King and Ashby. And Mojo went over there to see if he could rent my daddy's building to throw a party. My daddy said, well, I hear you kind of know, so you don't have to rent it. How about we just split the door in half? So Mojo said, okay, cool. Mojo pulled a crowd of 600 people to my daddy's club on a Friday night. At the club, my daddy say, whoever this guy is, he can get my club anytime. So I'm at my daddy's club, I'm chilling. So my daddy said, Mojo, when you get through, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to drive my son home. It was I lived over in Ben Hill at the time. So
Ben Hill, Ben Real.
Ben Hill, Ben Real for a long time. So Mojo drive me home, and he on the expressway, and I did not know he was a drum major in the band at Washington High School.
Washington High.
Beating on the steering wheel, and doing a rap all the way to my house. I'm just looking at this man like, wow, I want to do this one day. They putting the rhymes together. And we exchanged numbers, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna start writing me some raps like that. So I was hearing him on the radio soon after he came out with a record. So now I said, that's that guy that drove me home. That's the guy that drove me home. He got a record out. So I started working on my raps, and my first rap was about the model bus, you know, because I ain't got no car.
Yeah.
So I'm rapping about, I jump on the bus, I pay my fare, I look at the driver like I just don't care. I go to the back and I take a seat. I see a young lady that I like to meet. You know, that was my rap back then. That was like
Yeah. Okay then.
Hey,
83.
Marta,
Yeah.
Marta got a lot of stuff going, boy. I tell you, that Marta, man, you know,
Yeah.
that's like, you know,
Yeah.
that's like the mega of Atlanta, that Marta bus, man. A lot of stuff happened through
Yes,
Marta, for sure.
absolutely. And speaking of the model, that's where I met T-Bars was on the bus coming home from school like I was. And I had some 12-inch records, 12-inch vinyls of the Raheem The Dream. I gave her one. You know how we get promo CDs out? I gave her a 12-inch.
That's right.
You were happy to take a 12-inch home because, you know, you had
Yeah.
the big stereo in
Yeah.
the living room with the TV on it.
That's right.
Hey.
They don't know, hey, they don't know that about that right here. They
Yeah.
don't know about
They
them
don't know
12
about
inch,
that.
man.
Gotta have just a little
We call
bit.
it wax, man.
Yeah.
It's wax.
You ain't had no 12-inch vinyl. You wasn't hitting. You ain't had no 12-inch vinyl then.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So when Mojo dropping his song, this 1984. So
Yeah.
Raheem is
Mojo came,
still in high
83.
school.
Yeah.
83.
Mojo, he
He's
came out
83.
in 83.
Oh,
He
83,
graduated
not
in 82.
84.
Yeah. Yeah, he graduated in 82. His
Mm-hmm.
record out the year after that. So
83.
and,
So
so
at this
Mojo,
time you still at Thorough High.
yeah, I'm at Thayer High School.
And
Matter of
what
fact,
is Raheem doing at Thorough High at this time?
I'm rocking the pet rallies and the talent shows.
Okay.
Pet rally before the game start. I'm the host of the pet rally. They give me the mic. I tell the band what to play. They playing It's Like That real slow. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, who the ladies running through now? And I'm talking about the seniors, the juniors, the sophomores. So I'm cranking it up for the game that night. You know, and then after the god doggone game, I'm throwing the after party. I rent Landry Mom's clubhouse. I'm charging ladies $1 to get in, $2 for the guys, $3 for
That's
everybody
right.
after 12. Yeah.
Okay.
So I
That's right.
started parties back then. And then I got DJ Toomp on the turntables and I'm on the mic.
DJ
DJ
Toomp,
Toomp.
talk about that,
DJ
man.
Toomp.
Now we
Okay.
talking about DJ Toomp, and I'm glad you brought that up because we talking about around 85, 86. We talking about DJ Toomp. Now, if you look up DJ Toomp, if you Google him, they go talk about T.I., which didn't come out the way in the late 90s, almost 2000. But
Or
here we
Shy-D.
talking about,
Or they could be talking about Shy-D.
or they could be talking about Shy-D that had DJ Toomp.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, because I had Toomp in 84, 85, 86, and then he got with Shy-D in 88 with that Coming Correct album in 88. He got with Luke and T.I. and all them later because T.I. came out in 2004. So he got with T.I. in 2000 and did that
2004.
album.
Years later.
Right, so years
That's some
later, we
Atlanta
talking
rap
about
history. That's Atlanta rap history.
history.
Yes, sir.
History.
Well, not to go back, but let me ask you this right here. Let me ask you this right here about that Mojo record, right? Okay. Now, your first record, I noticed you had was the Raheem The Dream song. Now you had two different versions of that song. Now the first version of it kind of sound almost like party, like almost Mojo kind of inspired. Until he came back with that Raheem The Dream with the hard knock beat for the trunk on that second version of it.
Right.
Now was that an inspiration, Mojo, to that first Raheem, single?
We talking about this one right here. That's the second one.
That's the second.
Whoa!
I told you.
I had it wrong.
I told you, Chuck. See?
He told me. He told me. I thought this was the original.
Now that's the remake. That's when I stayed in College Park. Off Garden Road. That's why I rapped about that in that song. The first one was with the 12-inch vinyl with DJ Toomp. He drew them turntables on there and had some hands up like this. And then
that's right. Play it, Chuck C. Play that with Chuck C.
Ooh, no, you didn't.
Ah, yeah.
No, you didn't.
Raheem the Dream.
Wow.
Raheem the Dream. Raheem the Dream.
Yes, sir.
Raheem the Dream.
Woo.
I want a cat name.
Now that's the Raheem that we remember.
Yes,
Yes,
that was right there would tear the club up. When that came on,
every
man,
time.
whatever you were doing, you went to the floor. You were like,
Every time.
oh.
Every time. Every time.
Yep. And
Yes,
that
sir.
record, we added 2 drum beats at the same time. Like we'll start out, boom, ah, Then the record build up. Then we dropped the DMX in there, that beat that like that. Boom, I doubled up the drum machine.
Yeah.
808 in there.
Well, I'm glad you cleared that up.
I'm glad you cleared that
Because
up.
that's
Because
Atlanta
I
rap
was
history.
wrong. Hey, one thing about Chuck C, I'm big enough to say when I'm wrong. I was wrong. I thought it was the other way around.
But what happened?
That's right. That's so good.
And you could tell if you listen to the rap, I had got more seasoned and polished on the second one. On the one with I live in College Park, take a trip to the hip with the down. So I'm rapping all smooth here. On that first one, I was just cutting that scratch. I was like just going in.
Right.
You know?
That's right.
So after listening to Raheem the Dream and listening to
Oh no, you didn't.
Oh, yes, he did. It won't be a Raheem The Dream show without a Eliminator, baby.
Lemonade sucker, I did and I can, and you're a witness and be but only one man, cause I'm your rhyme connoisseur, professional youth.
Professional youth. My vocal cords are very strong because I drink orange juice.
oh, y'all heard it right here live. Y'all heard it
Now
live
that's a
right
piece
here.
of vinyl. That's a piece of vinyl that I purchased myself, man. Had to have it. Actually, I took that record to DJ Kizzy Rock House and we mixed it with everything that we can possibly think of to come up with to mix it with. Yes, sir.
Yes.
That was him, man.
That Eliminator out. We was putting the 12-inch out at a time, right? We put Raheem the Dream out. We rocking the club. And then I'm feeling the moment. I'm like, you know what? What's going on right now in 1987? LL Cool J came out with I'm Bad.
Yes.
I say, we got something for that I'm Bad. I'm Eliminator.
Yeah.
So we would listen to the radio. We say, we got to compete with these New Yorkers because that's all they playing on the radio. I said, I can sit down and write something. Give me a killer beat. So Mike Fresh.
Mike Fresh.
Mike Fresh.
Shout out Mike Fresh. That name came up a lot in the Shadi interview.
Oh man.
Yes.
Mike Fresh was like the Manny Fresh of the like the Dr. Dre.
He sure was. He was out with Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
This man went in the studio and I said, I want a beat to make you frown when you hear it. When I spit the lyrics, I'm gonna be looking like that. I'm gonna be looking like that, right? So I said, I got something for them, man. They want to battle. They bad and all that stuff. We got something for them. Atlanta got some rap too.
Yeah.
So I said,
that's right.
Eliminate suckers. I did it.
That's right.
And you're a witness and be doubtful. But only one man. I'm your rhyme connoisseur, professional use. My vocal cords are very strong because I drink orange juice.
Yeah, for real.
So I was representing Atlanta from that. You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we appreciate that.
Yes. We were getting mad respect from all the New Yorkers that was coming down. They like, damn, you going off.
Hey, and that was a hard song. And I'm glad I didn't even have to ask, but you brought up the reason behind the song and everything like that. That was a hot song. And so y'all like you said, you was dropping the singles first. Y'all dropped the Raheem the Dream single. You come back with the Eliminator single, and then it's not until you drop the first album in what year?
That was 80. 88, 89.
That
Yeah.
was 88, 89, 19. What
Grand
about
Theft.
this album right here?
That was Grand Theft. I think that's the one that was 88, 89. That was on Arvis Records.
Arvis Records.
Arvis Records.
He the one put out
Same
my
label as
first
Kilo.
12 minutes. Yeah. So Arvis Records put that out, and then he got Kilo in 90 and put him out in
90.
91.
Okay.
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 And that's the year that I started my own label in 91.
In
I was with
91.
Arvis Records from 86 to 90. So I
Okay.
said, man, you know what? I need to put my own record out. I need to put my own record out so I can write my own checks to me.
Yeah.
I feel like,
And you did
how
that, sir.
How we looking on record sales? I need to pay rent. I need a car. I need to get around. Oh, okay, just come on by. How much you need? No. How much I'm sending?
Yeah, exactly. How much
Right.
you owe me? Right.
So I said, we cool, we friends, we brothers, but I got to do my own record label, and because I want to know what I'm spending and what I'm making on the record. So when I put my very first album out, it blew my mind. My first check was $12,500, and I had spent like $1,500 on printing, and I made a whole $11,000 profit. I said, whoa, this the kind of money we can make. So I started doing my own 12 inches, my own cassettes. You know, I was busting them out like that. Yeah.
Let me ask you something about that. Let me ask you something about the cassette. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how much of your entrepreneurship would you say that Edward J might have played a little part in the bid that he was selling cassette for a nifty $13.50 for a 90-minute Rocket 10? So, back then now.
Killing them with that. He was killing them with that. You walk in his store and he got about 50 cassette players together. And everybody just hitting pause, taking the pause button up off everything.
Yeah, flip it. And then when it gets to the end, you flip it over and hit play and record again.
Oh my God. That was
I worked in the shop.
That was entrepreneurship
Oh my goodness.
right there. That man had
I seen it.
Two shops. I'm watching you walking out. You got people in line saying, I want pillar bass 1. I want this 2. I want this 3. I mean, all kind of stuff. I'm like, whoa. This man got 5 or 6, 7 DJs in there mixing. They're in the back room.
In the back room.
In the back room.
Yeah.
Wait, look. Waiting on that tape to get finished so they can buy that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, I want 5. I'll be back in about 40 minutes. Oh,
real talk. Real talk.
Was it, man.
So what did it mean to have your record put on a J Team tape?
It was wonderful. It was a compliment. And then we talked to Edward J about it, which was so cool because we said, Jake, you know, we selling music too, right? We selling cassettes too. So don't put all of our songs on yours because they'll just buy yours and be riding out. He said, no problem right here. You know, I got your dream team.
Yeah.
So he will put like a verse and a hook on it. I was like, perfect. That's like the radio mix show. So people like it. They go by the whole. And then Edward J about like, he said, bring me 25 of them cassettes on over Raheem, because we got people coming in door asking for it. So he would not only have us on his mixtape, he would be selling mine in the store too.
Wow.
And he'll buy them from us wholesale.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
That
The entrepreneur
that's
stuff.
some Atlanta rap history.
Atlanta been on the entrepreneur stuff. The people be thinking it started with QC. It ain't started with QC.
Oh no, way back.
It ain't started with QC, man. This is why we have to have the show.
Yeah, they were around our age back then, and much success and blessings to all them that's earning money from the career and music business that we started, that we began in the early 80s.
Yes, that's for sure.
That's that building we were talking about.
That's that building we was talking about. That's how it got. That's how y'all was able to go to that top floor, is because the foundation was built.
Yes, it was already built. It wasn't shaky. It wasn't wobbly.
It wasn't wobbly.
Gone straight on up. We got escalators for y'all and elevators now.
So
that's right. Real
talk to us about this album right here.
Ooh, that was my baby right there. That
You
was my
better ask
first album.
somebody.
Yeah, that was my first album on my own label.
Wow.
The label
Okay.
was,
Okay.
the label was, I think it was RTD Records, which stand for Raheem The Dream.
Raw TD
Yeah.
Records. Yeah.
Okay.
And why
That was
was the label? Why did you choose that label?
well, I
That
started my
cover.
own label. That cover with the silhouette.
Yeah,
What
with the
happened was
silhouette instead of having yourself.
because it was a picture of me that was real popular, and I was it was my very first when I was on Arby's Records. If you pick up that cover, the album was called The Original. Raheem The Dream,
Oh.
The Original. And it was in me in full color. And all I did was take that picture and made a silhouette of it for my own album.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
So that's like your
Okay.
firstborn. That's like your firstborn child, kind of to
That's
say.
right.
And
Absolutely.
and that was the album. I think when I really got on the Raheem the Dream on that album right
Uh-huh.
there.
Uh-huh.
And so I want to talk to you about Atlanta, right? So
Yeah.
you made a song called "We Wear Short Shorts" because at the time the women in Atlanta were wearing short shorts. You
Yeah.
had another song called "She Wear That Halter Top." May she make that traffic stop
Woo!
when she wear that halter top. Hey,
Yeah.
but don't get me started. Because at the time the women were wearing the halter tops.
It was freaknik crazy in Atlanta. Freaknik crazy.
And
So
yes,
I
sir.
had to
And
make
that was the
songs.
soundtrack.
Yep, I had to make songs for the soundtrack. If you got 160,000 girls in Atlanta and all of them got half the chops and short shorts on, I got to make a song about what's going on in Atlanta.
So
That's
tell
right.
me, I'm glad you said that. What was going on in Atlanta that made you write this song right here?
Give me that starter. Give me them jewels. You know a nigga like that can't afford them, so jackety jack until he can get that motherfucking starter she hat. But it won't cease, even if you say peace. A nigga gon' bump them suede elite. Walking with the crew, that's when he spot you. You and the crew coming out the Foot Locker. Raiders t-shirt, hats, and a pair of champs. You can't get that shit with no food stamp. Starter coat and a bull jacket. Robbing for clothes, cause a nigga got a hat.
Now me,
At that time, it was a pandemic of robbing, jacking. Everybody was carjacking, and they wanted your shoes, your clothes, your skirt, kit off your car. Yeah, hey,
Starter jacket.
yeah, they want your skirt kit off your car. I say, damn, you want my kid too? Like, yeah, get up out. Hey, and then I told him on that song, the third verse, I say, you a girl, that's fucked up. You in trouble too.
yeah,
rob you
That's
too.
right.
yeah,
They were robbing girls too.
yeah.
Shoot.
And you
Yeah.
talked about the in verse 2, you talked about the carjacking. You even put the game in about how they bump you in the back and you jump out the car like,
Yeah.
hey man, why you hit my car? And then they rob you.
Yeah, you thinking y'all want to pull out some car insurance stuff, paperwork, and call the police to help solve it. No, they bump the you so they can go on and rob you.
Hey,
That's right.
Wow.
now me being when I first heard this song, I was in the army. My friend,
Yeah.
my best friend Fudge, he was from Atlanta. I'm in the army. He played his tape. And all I want to hear is this one song right here. I'm stuck on that jackety jack until he can get that brand new starter
Get that
ski hat.
motherfucker
I just
started.
rewinding it and rewinding it. And they mad, like, stop rewinding the tape. And I'm rewinding it. Because all I want to hear is that jackety jack. And at the time, I didn't understand it because I wasn't from Atlanta at the time. I didn't live in Atlanta. I didn't understand about robbing for clothes. We robbed for money and then go buy some clothes. But my friend that was in the army with me, he explained to me about the starter jackets and the shoes and how you would get robbed for the starter jackets and certain hats and certain jackets.
Yeah.
A Raider starter jacket you couldn't wear. They was gonna take it.
Georgia
You
Tech.
could not be fly. You could not be fly with that stuff, man, because somebody looking at it is like, I ain't got to go buy it if I can get it from you.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
that's right.
Now
Starter jackets,
Yep.
ski hats, all that stuff. You couldn't be walking around like that.
speaking
You
on
real
being
fly.
fly, because this Atlanta rap history, we talking about the history. Talk to me about this group. They was called the Preps.
The Preps, was that a dance group?
The guys that used to walk around, that they used to dress like with the polo. They said they was real famous for taking your girl in Atlanta back in the days.
They
The
probably
prep.
did.
You
They
talking about
probably
the
took
polo
somebody, girl.
plaid pants?
Yeah.
The polo preps.
I remember hearing of those guys. I remember hearing about the Preps because they had a lot of little dressed up groups that be dressed up. They had a little hairstyle, sticking straight up, pressed up, and nice big outfits, man. So we had so much fashion and so much influence in Atlanta, man. Dance groups,
Oh man.
rappers, R&B singers, DJs, everything came from Atlanta. This was like
Yes.
Right. Real talk.
Real talk. And
Real
that's
talk.
why we wanted to make this show, to let them know
Yeah.
where it started from. Just like the intro said, you know what I'm saying, when Outkast made Hootie Who, Atlanta was being molded. Fast forward a couple of years, and that's when Master P stole it. And if you don't know, you would think Master P came up with the Hootie Who. If you didn't have your
That was
history,
Outkast now.
that was
that dungeon
Outkast.
family. That was that dungeon family.
Call of the Wild. Call of the Wild, baby.
Call of the Wild. And also on that third album, you also had this hit featuring MC Shadi.
Woo.
We wear short shorts. We wear short shorts. If you dare wear short shorts, we wear short shorts.
This for the girl with the short self-checking. One for a little bit, she be naked. Put that money, make it short. Let Raheem play his sport. Pull him up and get rich. That's how you get them dollars. Got me thinking.
That's how you get them dollars. He was giving you instructions on how to get them dollars.
When you put them on, pull them up.
Pull them up. That's how you get them dollars.
Yeah.
Now who produced that? Who produced that track?
That was, DJ Bonet.
DJ Bonet. Oh, man.
One of the original A-Town players.
Original A-Town players. Also with the J team, right? Also started out with the J team.
Yeah.
Well, he was from the South Side. He was at a record store that was called what was that record store over by Greenbrier? Super Sound.
Super Sound.
Super Sound, okay.
He was over there with Theo.
So with Theo, look like Easy E. So hey, you know what I'm talking about, Raheem? You know, but right, he was affiliated. He was affiliation of the J team.
Okay.
But DJ Bonet, man, was he came from like how we came from, man. The whole distribution of records, man, and DJs scratching and cutting, and they formed the A-Town Players, which was DJ Bonet, Kids Rock, and Player Puncho. And I was honored to be on their first album, man. I did 3 skits on that album, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You did a good job, man. Yeah, everybody cracking up, man.
Hey, this Atlanta rap history.
Yeah.
That's right. Put them on first.
Yeah. A lot of people wanted them to come back with another album together. No.
Yeah.
They sounded real good together. They was a perfect little team. Everybody could do something in that team.
Right.
So your next album, you came out with this album right here, Raheem The Dream, Tight to Death.
Yes.
Now this was the beginning of Tight to Death, the record label. This the beginning of the CEO. This the beginning of the entrepreneurship. This is when you found your groove.
Yep. You're absolutely right. And when I got through making the album, I said, you know what, man? I think we're done. I think this album is tight to death. He said, what?
That's
and
right.
We started saying tight to death. And I said, matter of fact, I'm going to name the label Tight to Death. I changed it from RTD Records to Tight to Death Records.
Wow.
Okay. Now, would that be your second child? Would you would consider your second child, your second baby?
Yep, that was my second baby. I said Tight to Death Records, and I'm still with Tight to Death Records to this day. If you see it in the background, I still got it to this day.
To this day.
That's
2020.
right.
To
Yeah,
this day.
That's
Tight to
what's
Death
up.
Records.
To this day, man. We talking about 30-some years in the game.
Yep, 34 years.
34 years in the game. I bought my first
Blessed,
Raheem
man.
tape.
Blessed
I
in the
bought
game.
my first Raheem tape in 1988. And
Yeah, yeah.
I bought it in 1988. I bought a Raheem tape in 2020.
Uh-oh.
I bought a Raheem tape in
Oh man,
2020.
where did you get that thing
2020.
from, man?
I
That was
bought the first
2020.
one in 86, 88, and I
Wow.
bought this one right here in 2020.
And tell them how we upgraded on them. We
Yeah.
upgraded. We say, I don't know about a guy cassette player, Raheem. I said, I know that why I put a USB.
Oh, watch out now.
We put
Watch
it in.
out now.
Yeah. See, this the decoy for your kids. This to
Yeah,
make your
so the
kids
kids
don't
won't
mess
mess
with it.
with
Your
it.
kids ain't gonna want to
You
mess
do
with no
like this,
cassette.
kids say, can't play that cassette. I know, leave that stuff alone. That's that old stuff from the 80s. Get out of there.
That's
40
right.
songs.
That's right.
Yeah.
40 songs.
That's innovative, man. That's
Yes,
very
real
innovative, man.
innovative. I'm about the only artist or the first one that done that out of independent and major artists.
And
Okay.
Yeah.
that's the beauty part about it is you took it back to the tape. You took it
Yes.
back to the tape. It's so many
that was my
rappers out here. It's so many rappers done drop hundreds of mixtapes, but they ain't got damn tape, period.
Thank you.
They ain't got
You
damn
hit 'em when
tape.
you said that.
They got
Hey,
a
you hit them when you said that. They be like, I'm dropping a
That's
mixtape,
right.
but it don't be a mixtape. Raheem
Nah.
got a mixtape.
got a tape.
That's right.
Got the tape.
But
Yeah.
but you know what, Raheem? Even when they make a mix CD, what do they call it? Mixtape.
Mixtape.
They still
A
call
mixtape.
mixtape to this day.
Still to this day.
Let me get one of the mixtapes off for you.
Still to this day.
That's right.
Still to this day. And on that album, you came out with this song.
Till I get it.
Oh,
Till I'm done. AD.
now that was a hot song. That thing was banging in the club, and it was making it changed the game.
Yes. I had to go and put it right out there because girls were trying to keep it a secret. Although 8 out of 10 of them was doing it, they were like, shh. I'm like, no, AGAD. A nigga don't like it, it must be crazy.
Got to be. Got to be.
Hey, and you know what's so slick about that record right there? What's so slick about that record? It seemed like he was kind of like a little Prince influence, and you know all the ladies love Prince.
Yeah.
That was my favorite
That era.
artist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I was listening to Prince and I'm gonna tell you who else I combined both of them. That Prince, he had a song, Head.
Mm-hmm.
He had a song called Head back in the day.
Yeah, he
I
did.
said, for those who hadn't caught up to Prince, I'm gonna do it on the rap style. So that's what made me do that.
Yeah. And
Go get him, Ryan. Go get him.
that was genius.
I was into Prince, and that's how I made. Well, you'll probably get into it later. That's how I came.
Yeah, we get to that one.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So after
Smashed
that,
it.
so after that album, and you got the Titan for Life, you got the label going. You in your groove. You found your spot. You say these lady records. I done found my spot. I got these club records. They banging. It's working for me. I'm not trying to change. Do what other people doing. It's working for me. And then you come out with this album right here.
Woo!
And this album right here, when you was full-fledged when you came out with this album. And this the
Yep.
album where the world got a chance to actually
Yep.
see Raheem the Dream.
Yep. Yep. There you go.
We finally seen Raheem the Dream.
Yes, sir. Real dapper player.
Wow.
You a real dapper, man.
Wow. In the world. That girl. From Texas to Miami, New York to she probably at my next show. She gave me rose on the front row. I bet she like that.
After eye contact. I'm throwing them
Wow.
right back. Yes, sir. Now the
Boy,
world get
get
to see
clean
Raheem the
and
Dream.
dapper, man.
We was
Clean and
hearing
dapper,
it.
man.
We was hearing Raheem the Dream, but now
Yep.
we get to see Raheem the
You
Dream.
get to see him.
This
Yep.
is
And that's
BET.
when that record was so big. I had got a deal with a label out in California. I got a breakaway
Breakaway.
/ Type of Death record deal. And they shot me a nice piece of money and they shot the video. And I said, y'all gotta do me one more favor. I got a female on my label and she can sing. Her name is Miss Nika.
Miss
I
Nika.
need a deal for her. They gave me 100 bands to put her album together. So I called Nika one day. I said, girl, you know I'm gonna take you with me. She said, hey, we just chilling and having little wings and stuff. I showed her a check with her name on it. I gave it to her in an envelope. It had 50,000. She said, oh my God. Nika
That's
was
a
like
life
19
changer.
years old.
19
Yes.
years
Oh,
old.
that's a life changer right there, man.
Bands right now. And I said, I'm gonna
Wow.
take you in the studio with some musicians, start working on your album because they're gonna put you out too. And the good and the bad thing with that label, I got the deal. They put Beautiful Girl out. They started putting Freak No More out. They recorded Nika's album, and the label folded.
Whoa.
And the owner of the label, he was known, his name was David Mishery. I didn't know his background. They said this is like his 8th record label in the last 7 years. I'm like, what? They said, yeah, his daddy is rich and he get to go hang with all the CEOs of the record labels and play golf. While he playing golf with them, he make a deal while they playing golf. And they give him 3 million, 4, 5 million, and he go get different artists across the world and give you your budget and everything. But he don't tell you, I'm finna close and I'm finna open up another record label. When Tupac died and Biggie died, he started being the CEO of Suge record label.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No, that's history. We getting the history.
Yes, of Death Row. He was running Death Row Record. I say, damn, we were just on his label 3 years ago. Now he running Death Row Records.
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
yeah, they say he do that. He get bored. He make some millions and go to another label and get another 5 million. Close that down, go get another 5 million. They said that's his track record.
Wow.
Wow. Well, let me say this, Raheem. Let me say this, man. I think that's still a big record to this day. Because I think if you put that on in any club, man, and I'm going to tell you what I think what record was influenced by that record. It was a record that a rapper named B.O.B. did.
Oh, yes. With him singing on his joint. Yes. You're absolutely right. Because that Beautiful Girl is a huge record to this very day. When I do that in concert, the crowd loses. They sing it word for word.
Yes. Big
that
song.
That record was in 98.
#1 song.
Wow.
Yep. And my son,
it got feeling to it, man. With that singing, it got feeling to it, man. It get in your spirit, man, and touch your bones and stuff. You dig? So that's was a great record.
Talk about who sung on that.
I'm gonna tell you now. I had signed 5 boys, man. They were 19 years old, and they was my group. They was called Guess Who. The lead singer of it was Raheem The Dream Nash, the big singing R&B star. who wrote Rihanna's
Wow.
Umbrella song, who wrote Mariah Carey's song, who
Yes.
had his own huge record. And he called himself The Dream as well. He
And
was
it's
That's
very
right.
from
supreme there.
Raheem the Dream. He is
Raheem the
the
Dream, he said,
dream, named
get on
after
my label.
Raheem the Dream.
Man,
Yep,
you
he was on
influenced
my
so
label.
much, man. A whole lot. That's
So
that foundation of that building,
the
man, we be
foundation.
talking about.
I'm talking about this is why the building is so strong. This is
Yes,
why the building
That's
exactly.
is
right.
so tall, because of the
Yep,
foundation that Raheem the Dream laid. This is why the Atlanta
yep,
building is so tall, because the
yep.
The
strong
And he's
dream
putting out
foundation.
solid,
continues.
yep, putting out solid artists.
So at the
Solid
same
artists.
time, you got a #1 record out.
Yep.
You're doing your thing. You got your own label. You just focusing on yourself. But then you at a
Uh-huh.
picnic, and all of a sudden somebody say, "Hey man, can I rap for you?" Tell me
Yeah,
about
at a
that.
Uh-uh.
birthday party. Yeah, I was at my first son's my second son's mother. I was at her brother's birthday, and they was cooking and everybody just jamming. I'm in the living room chilling because all of them like probably like about 8 years younger than me. So I'm just over there with my son's mother. That's her brother having a party. So they out there jamming and stuff. This rapper come in there, say, "I want to holler at you, Rob." I said, "Yeah." He said, "I do a little rap too." I said, "You do a little rap too?" He said, "Yeah, let me let you hear a little something." I thought he was gonna pop on some music. Dude started beating on his chest like a drum machine. I'm talking about all the sounds a drum machine make. It was on his chest, and then he started screaming, "Left, left, right, left, get on up, forward, boys." He said, "Y'all niggas say that."
Yeah.
Right, left, get on up,
Forward
forward,
march.
boys.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Woo!
Big record.
When he
Big record.
when he rapped that in the living room, he said, "I got some more." He let me hear some more, but I still had that on my mind. I said,
That's
"I'm gonna
right.
call you tomorrow. Give me a number." I got his number. I went and picked him up. I went over Twin Production House, who had Shawty Red. They were managing Shawty Red. Shawty Red was 15 years old. I went in the
Oh,
living
shout out
room.
to Twin Production. Shout
Shout out
out
to
Twin
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 Production.
Production in the
Production.
building.
Shout out Red. Yeah.
Shawty Red, 15 years old. We went in the living room. He had a drum machine sitting right there, big old speakers in there. Twin Production already had all the equipment. And I said, "I got drummer, let him hear that rap." Drummer started beating on his chest, and then he was doing the rap, and he was making the beat up right there. I was like, "Oh my God." Guys, I got to make a lot of runs. That's what I was telling him. I got to make some runs. I'll be right back. I come back, then and did 4 songs in the living room, right there.
Wow.
I said,
That's work.
what y'all want to eat?" They said, "We want whatever, whatever." So I said, "I'm going to go get y'all something to eat. I'll be back." 2 days, drummer had done 9 songs to the album. This man finished his album in 2 days. So we went in the studio without a beat. I took him in the studio and recorded. This man recorded in 1 week. We had his album ready.
Wow.
I put Left, Right, Left out. We were selling 10,000 records a week.
A week.
10,000 cassette CDs a week. They was like, "That's incredible." I hit #2 on the Billboard. You look on the Billboard, have like Warner Brothers, Capitol Records, Atlantic Records, all them. And then at #2, that bad boy say "Tight to Death." They say, "Who the hell is that?" You gotta be selling to be on the Billboard. I ain't had no video.
Right.
They say, "Who in the hell is selling like this without a video?" And I wasn't even nationwide. I was selling in Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee, 3 states, 10,000 a week. They say, "We have got to have that record." Every label in the country was looking for me. So everywhere we was
Wow.
going, when the label finally called me on the phone, I'm on the phone with him. He said, "Yeah, this is Mike Karen from Atlantic Records." He said, "Man, where will you be at this week? Give me your schedule. I done been in the last 3 cities y'all been to. Every time I get there, they say y'all just left." They had him
Wow.
flying everywhere to get in touch with me. I told him my free days. He said, "Give me y'all names. I'm flying y'all to New York. We gonna do this deal. We got to do a deal with y'all." I gave him the names. We went up there. They came in the office. They had "Welcome to Atlantic," had drummer pictures everywhere, drummer name, and had people lined up. "This is your promotion team. This is your video team. This is the vice president. This is your pop market." They had them ready for us. when they said we're not
Wow.
leaving, let you leave New York without doing a deal. Let's go. Let me take you to the money man, the check man who cut the checks. So we went in that room, and he was so smart. He said, "What's your lawyer's number?" I called my lawyer on the conference call, and he said, "I'll take it from here, Ra."
Yeah.
That's right.
They start
So let me ask you,
numbers.
was Shawty Red, was that the first track he actually produced there?
Yep. That was the first. He did Drummer's whole album, but Left Right Left
Oh
was
wow,
the first
because
single.
he went on to do
He did Drummer's
Young
whole
G to
album.
the Trap or Die, Young G.
Right.
So there again,
He
you
did
at the
Jeezy and them after
forefront,
that.
man. Put some stuff together,
Again.
man. That make. Come on, man.
At the
Come
beginning.
on, Rock.
At the beginning.
Come on, man.
So since we talking about being at the beginning, right? After you met Drama and remember gave him the name Drama, tell him about that right quick.
Yep, I named him that. I said, what name you go by? He said, I ain't got a name yet. Name just Terrence Cook. He wasn't even saying Drummer no way. I said, you know what, dog? You're gonna be calling so much Drummer when we come out. Your name gonna be Drummer, and your first album gonna be called
Causing Much Drama. Yes.
Drama.
Now after that, and that was big.
Yep.
After that, you met a person named Dewan.
What zone you from, nobody? I'm from the zone where chicks run around the domes and no way be serving domes. What side you from, nobody? I'm from the side where players fucks and they rise and they always high. What zone you from, nobody? I'm from the zone where chicks run around the domes and no way be serving domes. What side you from, nobody? I'm from the side where players fucks and they rise and they always high. Project.
Before
I named him Dro. I said, because he was going by the name DeWarren Hart. He put that on his record. I said, no, dog, you that fire. You Dro. And I'm going to name your album, I Got That Dro.
And
so,
there you go again.
And there you go.
Winnow, Grand Hustle's on Young Dro.
Yes.
Shoulder lean. Come on, man.
Come on now. And listen now. This before Rocky Road. This before
I sold this contract to
T.I.
Rocky Road. Yeah, before T.I. and Rocky Road. I had Dro fresh out the gate. I put Dro record out. That was his very first record. And I took him on the road. I had the Tight to Death van done up and put Young Dro and some more guys on that. I know you got some surprises, so I ain't gonna tell their names. I like how you got your work done. I like how your homework laid out.
So that Dro.
And I remember that band.
Yeah, I remember that band. And Dro had made a big impact with that Lil Buddy. He had another song called Yes Sir that was doing some things. That Yes Sir was doing some things. After that, you found another person.
Everybody to the flow. Y'all niggas ain't ready for this.
They don't know about this one.
Hey, shit. You ain't heard about now. Where you been, boy? Head must be off the ground. 2001, 2002, come on. My ATL niggas is Typho Light. Monkey Town niggas is
Typho Light.
Mac Town niggas is Typho Light. My D-Town niggas is Typho Light. Y'all funky ass niggas, AK clipping banana. You a monkey ass nigga, booty like Trump.
Now, before anybody knew, way before he saw spaceships on Bankhead,
and Laffy Taffy,
way before he told you to take your Laffy Taffy, way before he said, I bet you can't do it like this, he was screaming, tight for life.
Tight for life.
Talk about it.
That's Fabo.
Talk about it.
That was one of my most energetic artists. I mean, he was doing that wild dance and stuff back then, but he didn't make no songs about it at that time. He was saying, when I saw Fabo the other week, he said, man, I was up there trying to make that hard gangster stuff. You've been telling us a long time ago, make them songs about them girls, man. Make them dance. Them ladies. Make them. He said, you told us that, Rock. He said, it took me goddamn 10, 15 years to find out that was it. That you was right on the money.
Right on the money.
I'm big now. because of those songs you told me I should have been making.
Hey man, that right. Hey,
That's some Atlanta rap history for you
history. You
right
getting
there,
the
man.
history right here. We getting the history tonight. Then so
Yeah.
after those two, and before I say this, much love to these people. It's no hate.
Yes.
Much love to these
Yes.
people. But after that,
Yes.
you had this group right here.
Woo!
Now I want the people to look at that. I want the people to look at that real close. I want you to
Yes.
look at the top and we see what it say. It say Raheem Presents.
That's
Woo!
right.
I want y'all to
That's
look
right.
at that close. That's the CD. That's the actual CD right there. I want y'all to look at that close. It say Raheem Presents. Franchise.
Yes. Yes.
White Tee.
Absolutely. White tee,
Talk
slang in my
about it.
white
White
tee,
tee.
bang in my white tee, all in the
White
club spitting game in my white tee,
tee.
swept the
White
whole
tee.
country.
Swept the whole
Swept the
Show
whole
country.
did.
country. I
Mm,
got them a
mm.
deal with Universal Records. Cause
Okay.
let me tell you what's so funny. Universal called me a week after I did Atlantic deal with Drummer. And I said, I just did a deal. They said, oh my God, next time you get somebody hot, hit me up. So this time White Tees got hot. I called them and well, they had this is the funny part. They had an A&R guy call me. He said, yeah, Raheem, I'm calling from Universal. Want to do a deal with you on White Tees. I said, yeah, send me the proposal. He said, what's your email? He sent me the proposal. As soon as I saw 100 come, I started laughing. I died laughing. I'm like, 100,000, we making that in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Why would we give you the biggest record in the world? So I say I have to politely decline. I apologize if that offend you, but we make that in like he said, oh, I'm sorry. So the next day I got a call from the president of the label from Universal, Avery Lippman. He called, he said, Raheem, I had the A&R guy call you, he's just starting out. Don't even worry about that. What are you looking for? And I told him, he said, your email's the same? I said, yeah. He sent me an email. I looked at that shit. I said, oh my God. I called him back. I said, yo, when can we fly out there? His stuff started out with 425, 000 dot. I see 425,000 the first album. Then he had 5 albums on there. The next album said 600,000. Next said 725. It went all the way up to 1.1 million. And a week and a half after I did the deal, got them their money, got mine. I had suffered a double aneurysm.
Yeah.
And that's what took me off the music scene for a year and a half. Cause it was in the brain. So I couldn't remember no names, nobody. I couldn't tell you how to get to the gas station on the corner of my street. So I had to go through 3 months of therapy in the hospital. I was in the hospital for 3 months because I was in intensive care. Nobody could figure out how to get me out of intensive care until my mother told him, you gotta let me take my son outside and breathe God's air. Because he just breathes sick air down here in intensive care every day. You doctors get to go home every day. So his lungs, that's why I was going up and down. They say I'll be about to die one day. Next day, I'm showing signs. So they say only you can take him out. We can't allow no nurses, nobody be responsible in case anything happened to your son. She said, I'm going to be full responsible for my son. They put me in a wheelchair, strap me up, take all my little medicine stuff, and let mom walk me outside of Piedmont Hospital. She just do the whole block. I see cars because I ain't seen cars in like 2 months. So I'm seeing cars pass by. I'm smelling the air, people blowing horns, speaking to each other, walking. I'm looking at the grass. I'm looking at God's sky. And 1 week, they said he's improved so much. We moving him out of intensive care to his own room on like the 5th floor with my own bed, my own television. So they said, Dr. Raheem, what did you do? She said, I just gave him opportunity to smell God's air, breathe God's air.
That's
And they
right.
say I wouldn't eat no food at the hospital Mom would make fresh fruit smoothies and bring up there. That's what I'd be waiting for her to bring up to the hospital. So I have my star waiting on Mama's famous smoothies. So now I'm in my room. I only had to stay in that room for a month because I had to learn how to walk again. If you don't use your legs for 2 months, they like rubber. As soon as you hit the floor, you're going down. So it take me about 30 minutes to get from the bed to the door. Imagine that. A whole little sitcom on TV came on and went off from the time me getting out the bed to getting to the door at the hospital in my room. So they had to get my legs back together before I can get out of the hospital. Then when I got out of there, the doctor said, my mother said, anything we need, you didn't give us anything. He said, you don't need anything. Whatever God did, he don't need not now prescription.
That's right.
On my exit
So
out of the hospital.
God bless your mind, your soul, your heart, and your legs, man. Because we glad to have you here. And that's part of the reason why we doing this show and who we have guests, you know, to come on, man. That's part of this history, man. To give that people their flowers while they here, man. Because, you know, we not from tomorrow, man. Yes, sir. So, man, you know, we much obliged, man. Much obliged, man.
And
Thank
like,
God for you, man.
Yeah, and like my partner said, man, we thank God for you, man. We love you over here, man. You know, them throwback
Right.
boys, man, we ain't got nothing but love for you.
Y'all got so much history with me and in Atlanta, both of you guys. So I was so proud to hear when you gave me a call. You first of all, it came in a text first. It said the name of y'all show, and you said we would love to have you, Raheem, on such date. I looked and read that thing twice. I said, "Oh, this is my guys." I text yes.
Yes, he
Just
did.
That's what's up, man.
And for all the people that watching, I want y'all to know how real a person Raheem is, man. And like I say, we love you, man. I'm talking about for real. We love you. But let me show you how real this man is. When I hit him up, we hit him up this morning. Hey, we still on for the night. He said, yeah, send me the address. He was gonna pull up on us. He was gonna come to where we was at. He was gonna pull up on us.
Right.
This is how
Man, you
real
good
this
up on the
man is.
couch.
Yeah.
Man, hey man, and like I said, man, we love you. We love you. Hold on, but the story ain't over yet.
It ain't over.
Story ain't over yet.
I
You get
think I
out
know
the
you got a big
hospital.
surprise for me.
You get out the hospital. You're feeling back a little bit yourself. You don't know what to do, but you're feeling yourself.
Yeah.
And then somebody come to you with this.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah. Yola. Yeah. You already know. Yeah. Self-made. Yeah. ATM. Yeah. All that. Yeah. See, I don't know what y'all been told, but I gotta keep me a big bankroll. Yes, a fat bag of that stick and some bad ass hoes. So when I step out on the scene, suckers already know what's Start talking about my clothes.
This was one of the biggest songs in Atlanta. I seen him perform this at Birthday Bash and had the whole crowd singing this song with him at Birthday Bash.
At Phillips Arena. It was
Phillips
ridiculous.
Arena.
You got 30,000 people singing that song as loud as you could possibly sing it. I mean, man, it was like a dream come true. All
What
the
a
labels
feeling.
calling me. Yeah, and remember the last deal I did was Universal with Franchise Boys. So they called me again, but I said, damn, y'all a week too late. They said, what happened? I said, Atlantic just called me and we just did the deal with Atlantic.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Hey, money just been landing in your, just flying in your lap, man. You kicked it out, be kicking it out the way. How to kick it out the way.
And what tripped me out, I was just getting out the hospital and I'm learning how to walk and talk again. And Lady B is the one who called me, Barisa, who got the record label, who sung on my very first record, that Raheem The Dream. She called me. She said, Raheem, I got an artist that's in the club making noise. You gotta help me. You gotta help me. I say, just bring the record to me. She brought it over. It was Yola. It was that record. I said, I get your deal in about 3 weeks. I said, this is what we got to do with the record.
Right.
Get it in the club. We got to go get it to these radio stations. I got to get it to these DJs. I'm going to handle that. I'm going to tell you where to take everything to. Because remember, I'm still in the house recuperating.
Right.
I said, here's my list. Take this list and go deliver all that stuff to all these people.
Right.
And she did.
Wow.
3 weeks later, #1 record.
Number
Period.
1 record. And like he said, you had the list. You had so much of a list that you put it in a book.
Yeah.
Talk about the book.
Man, I came out with the first book was The Record Game Can Be a Dirty Game. Because I wanted people to know before you get in this game, it's dirty now. If you can handle a little dirt, you know, you can get in it. Because it's some shady people in it, some cutthroat, because it's all about money. Money, getting records played, getting records sold, getting them in stores. Some stores, some distributors don't even want to carry you because you're competing with their artists.
Right.
You know, so and so I wanted them to know what they're getting into first. And you still want to get in it? Come on. Then once they got in it, I said, let me give you the good part of it. I got a second book called How to Get Paid from the Record Game.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's
How
right.
to get paid.
Pass on the game, man.
Yeah.
Pass it on.
So I had to tell them about
Each one, teach one.
Yes. I had to tell them every time your record get played on certain stations, you get a check for that. That money adds up and they send you a check out every 3 months. So imagine if you get played 1,000 times a week, 1,000 times 8 cents a week, and for 3 months. Imagine that check.
Yeah.
It's some people around getting a check like that. So I'm teaching them that, you know, you get paid from publishing, you get paid from concerts, you get paid from being featured on somebody's record, and you get publishing. So a lot of people didn't know they get all them different kinds of money. Like I tell them, I've been getting checks from ASCAP since 1993. It's 2020.
Wow.
Yeah.
They sent checks religiously. I hadn't put a record out since 2002.
Talk about it.
I'm still getting paid from them records.
Royalties.
Royalties.
Yeah, royalties.
See, this is something you don't sell early. You don't get rid of your royalties. This is something you
don't ever
get
get rid of your royalties.
Yeah,
you keep them so people be want to use your records. Like what's them boys' name? Migos. Remember they use Freak No More. Don't want to freak me no more. Don't want to freak me no more.
Oh.
That's my record from 1998. They came out with it in 2014.
Wow.
So the company had to send me a check and publishing money for that. I get 30% of Migos record on that record. So niggas ain't taking worldwide. We eat together.
We eat together. Y'all learning the game right here. Y'all hearing it right here.
That's right.
Y'all hearing it right here.
But y'all still get that book too, though. Y'all get both of them books. Y'all make sure y'all. Yeah. I know they still out there available to get, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna up the book and combine both of them together with some new information. You know, I'm working on that right now. It's cold-blooded. So the other one was I got a call from Kizzy Rock.
Kizzy Rock. Shout out to Kizzy Rock. We gonna try. We trying to get Kizzy
partner. Yes, sir.
Yes. Say, how you doing on that Fergie record, Rock? I say, Fergie record? I ain't did no record with Fergie. He said, they playing the shit out your record, man. Fergie remade your record. I said, quit playing. He said, Google it. I Googled it. It came on. You ain't got no money. Take your bro ass on. I heard it one time. I said, that's just one time. Then I heard it again. Then I heard it again. It's a hook when it becomes 4 times throughout the song.
Right.
So now you doing my hook for my record. And it's the glamorous life. So I contacted the attorney. Here go the funniest part in the world. Contacted the black attorney who was doing all my record deals. Show you how different games attorneys can be. He took it. He said, "Oh man, she doing your record." I said, "Yep." He drafted up a letter. He sent it to the producer, the record label, and the artist. All of them put the blame on the other person. After about 6 months, he said, "They just get me to run around the circle. You know, I don't think we're gonna get anywhere with it." I said, "Okay, cool." My mother, here go my mama again. She said, let's call some Jew lawyers. Let's look at some names. She looked at Morris and Finestone.
Yeah.
I said, whoa, she was looking at them Jew names. She said, let's call them. We had a meeting with them in 1 hour. He called up to New York and his friends say, hell, I did that deal for Fergie them. Why don't we just make a deal? He was asking for 5% for me from that record. That man said, let's make it 6%. My first check from Fergie was $90,000. But
Wow.
you ain't got no money. Take your broke ass
Ass
home.
you said,
Second
yeah.
check was
Wow.
$63,000. I say I done made like, oh my God, about 200,000 off that little hook because he put the record out in
Wow.
2006. When we was checking on it was 2012, something like that.
Oh
So
man,
I can
yeah.
only go back so far, right? They say contact ASCAP. Remember we were talking about the publishing.
Right.
Contact ASCAP. Tell them that you wrote that song. I contact ASCAP. They did research. They said, yep. But the only problem is we can only go back 2 years. I said, all right, take it back 2 years. I don't think I was gonna get a check for like $3,500. The check was $41,000.
Wow.
for playing it on the radio.
For playing
And
on the
that's 2
radio.
years. I missed the first 4 years.
Right. That was just for 2.
Yes.
Money.
I'm like, I went and bought that 2-seater Mercedes that
That's right. Hey, the game don't change, just the players.
I know, right?
The game don't change, just the players.
Wow.
Man, this
So
this
y'all
has
get
been,
that book, man.
make sure y'all get the book. The book got all the information. I done read 2 of them myself. The book got all the info. He give you the game, who you need to see, where you need to go. It's a blueprint mapped out for you. All you got to do is follow the blueprint.
Yep. And
That's
I give
right.
them my social media so they'll be up to date with what we're coming out with. And that's like on Facebook, Raheem The Dream, or you can look up on my my IG is Raheem Still Tight to Death 1. Raheem Still Tight to Death 1. And I am Raheem The Dream, so I got 2 of those. And then you pull up Raheem The Dream on social media, you'll pull up my real name, which is Micaiah Raheem, and it's full. I had to do 2 different whole things. One got 5,000, one got like 4,900 or something.
Right, cause they know they love Raheem The Dream, man. When we was
Don't
promoting
we
the
all?
show, they was all talking about how they love Raheem. They was all naming their favorite Raheem songs, man. Please know that the public, you is still our favorite. You is still our hometown hero, man. We thank you
That's
so
right.
so much. I say this I was supposed to say this about 15 minutes ago. This the fastest hour of the week. We done went over the hour. Raheem we need 3 episodes to go with Raheem. We ain't even
We can
finished.
do whatever you like.
We need 3
guess what?
episodes. We ain't even finished. We
That's
way back.
crazy.
We ain't even
That's right.
Cause I'm gonna be here with y'all whenever you need me, whenever you want me. Cause what's so good, I got a whole nother episode of Tight to Death. I got 4 burning hot artists, and my female artist is the cover of the magazine that's coming out in January. She made the cover.
Oh man, so congratulations on that, man.
Let's
Congratulations
do it,
on
man. Let's
that.
get it.
Congratulations, man. And we
Yeah.
wishing you much love and much success. We love you, man. It's an honor to have you. We thank you so much. Like my co-host said, this show is to give you the flowers now. We want you to let
Thank
you
you,
know
Magic Mark.
now how we
Magic
feel
Mark,
about you.
cut
We
the
want you to
record,
know that
Magic
now.
Mark.
I
Hey,
hate the
man.
Man, I
motherfucking
love you
dream,
guys,
man.
I appreciate you anytime you need me, man.
Thank you,
All right.
thank you,
Keep the
thank
dream
you, thank
alive.
you.
We're going to keep the dream alive, baby. That's right.
Hey,
All right.
That's right.
love,
You guys take care.
love, man. Hey, next week, man, y'all make sure y'all been tuned in. Next week, we got another special guest. Special guest. I'm gonna just tell you this: can't get no lower. Can't get no lower. Coming up next week, man. We thank y'all. We know y'all could have been doing anything else, man. We appreciate y'all time for joining us. Everybody who been here for the whole hour and 15 minutes, man. We thank y'all for joining us. Make sure you tune in next week. This your boy Chuck C.
Oh yeah, this your boy Magic Moore, the Party Spoil, and you can catch me Instagram, Magic with a K, Moore 100, Moore Heard on Facebook. So y'all get at me, and my boy Chuck C, plug it.
Oh yeah, man. Y'all get at me on Instagram at Atlanta Rap History. If you know me, then you know how to find me on Facebook. If you don't know me, then Facebook ain't for you. But if you know me, you know how to find me on Facebook, man. Atlanta Rap History, Instagram, man. We out. We thank y'all for joining us, man. Much love till next week. We out.